first things first, we don't read. Hey, Kore! This is what happens when you live in a village. City में कार का horns, village में कुत्ते का bongs. Hello and welcome to my cute little world. I'm Sachi and you're watching Just Sachi Things. Unlike other two videos, I'm not here with any books or any products. Today's video is all going to be about psychology. I've known many people who does not know what psychology is, and I know there are many people who does not know what psychology is or what we study in psychology. So in this video, I'm going to simplify psychology for those who don't know what we do in psychology classes, what we study, or what basically psychology is. Many people don't even know the spelling of psychology. So yeah, this video is going to be for them and for everyone who are just curious to know what happens in a psychology class, or if you just want to watch me talking. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional, I'm just a student. This video is all about what I've learned from my classes, and it is going to be a small informative video. And I'm not a professional, or nor I'm giving any professional information. I'm just here to talk about what I've learned from my classes or from other medias. That's it. So don't take it as a professional video, just enjoy. So first things first, we don't read minds. That is not what we are taught in our classes. That is not what we do in our life. And no, we cannot just look at your face and tell what you're thinking at the moment. That is not how it works. And we rely on talking, sharing, understanding, and we cannot read your face. I wish they would have taught us that in our classes so that I could have recognized snakes in my life earlier. So it's a bummer that we are not taught that. So what do we actually study then? We study behavior and mental processes. That is the definition of psychology. Psychology is the study of behavior and mental processes. By mental processes, I mean emotion, perception, thinking, learning, memory, all of those things. And we study various theories given by different psychologists based on thorough research, and we also have laboratories where we have tools to analyze mental processes. We have questionnaires to analyze the level of depression and level of addiction and personality assessment. All of those things comes under psychology. We also study different disorders like schizophrenia, anorexia, bulimia, and anxiety disorders, depression, and all of that comes under psychology. The reading mind thing, that does not come, except that everything else is there, I guess. There are times when we analyze ourselves, self-diagnose. We read a disorder and we analyze it to ourselves, and we analyze other people, the close ones, and we do that, but it is not professional, it is not ethical, it is not recommended to do that, but it happens. Next thing, psychology is science. People often think that psychology is not science just because the concept of mind is metaphysical, that we cannot see mind, but that is not entirely true. And even though psychology comes under BAc as well, people often think that psychology is philosophical just because it comes under BA. Psychology is filled with scientific approaches, human biology. We study about brain, we study about hormones, and a lot of other things that comes under science. Yeah, there are few philosophical aspects like theories that cannot be proved entirely, but that does not mean that it is not science. Few people call it pseudoscience, but I don't know. I think it is science, because if it is not science, why do we study human biology, right? So it is science for me, and I don't know, professionals might think something else. I don't care. It is science for me. Next is, psychologists are not psychiatrists. Psychiatrists are those who has an MBBS degree and has a specialization in psychology. They are the ones who can prescribe medication for psychological disorders, but psychologists cannot do that. Psychologists are those who has an MA or MSc in psychology, and to be a clinical psychologist, you'll also have to have an MPhil, so that you get the license to practice as clinical psychologist. And they are the ones who can give therapy, counseling, diagnose you, and psychiatrists also can diagnose you, but it is especially done by psychologists. And psychologists work under psychiatrists. They don't prescribe medication. Prescribing medication is the major difference between psychiatrist and psychologist. Next thing, therapy is not for mad people. There is this misconception that people who go to therapy are mad or insane or unstable, but that is not true. Therapy is not just for people who are suffering from mental health problems, but also to everyone who to sort of their struggle in life, to manage their emotions, to handle certain situations. Therapists teach you tips and tricks to handle certain situation, to manage your emotion, how to react, how to respond. And it is a safe space. It is a judgment free zone where you can be yourself for an hour and you can express your true self, your feelings, your emotions and everything, and without the fear of being judged. Therapists help you to organize your life, to stabilize your life. So it is not true that people who go to therapy are weak. In fact, I think that people who go to therapy become strong individuals. Even stronger might be a right word. They are the strong-willed people who want to change themselves, who want to make themselves better, to improve themselves. And there is no shame in going to therapy. Even I have been to therapy and it has helped me be a better person, and it has helped me do things that I love and without the fear of being judged. So that is what therapy helps you. Therapy is not just for you when you're depressed, anxious, or if you have any other mental health conditions. Therapy can be useful to everyone. They're not just for you if you have a problem. You can go, and if you want someone to talk to, you can just go there and you can just be yourself, express your true feelings and don't hide anything. That is what therapy is for, as far as I know. Next thing is, psychologists are not insane. I have a lot of people telling me that psychology pad ke psycho mat ban. It might appear like that superficially, that psychologists or people who study psychology tend to have a different personality, that they are out from the normal crowd. But it is just that by studying psychology, by studying about other human beings, by studying about everything that happens in the world, in the human brain, we just have cultivated different outlook towards the world. We just have gained different perspectives. That is what makes us seem a little different from other human beings. But we are as human as everybody else. We are as normal as everybody else. And those who study psychology, or those who are professional in psychology, are not insane. They are just normal human beings with a different outlook, with a different perspective. We actually get to know that what we see at the first sight might not be true at all. We get to realize that things are way more complicated than we can imagine, and that is what gives a different look to a psychologist probably. And finally, mental health problems are not madness. It is as real as anything else. The sentence, "it is all in your head," is heard commonly, and it is true. Whereas your thoughts can be, it's all in your head. But that does not make it any less real. Just like my favorite psychologist, Divija Basin, the awkward goat, says, lung cancer may be cancer lung mein pala hota hai. That doesn't make it any less real. If you treat lung mein pala hua cancer, then why not treat dimag mein pala hua problems? Think about that. When you don't consider cancer as a madness, then why consider mental health problem as a madness? Grow up. If you have any counter attacks on this, just text me, because I would love to gain perspective, and that's what I live for. Thank you for watching the video. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.